Hey yo, check the mic. 1, 2, who's this? The king on the throne with a diamond-studded fist. I built this whole damn kingdom from the dirt and the grit. Every hater, every doubter on my name, they gotta sit. But a voice in the quiet, a breeze through the stone asks, what's a king to a man who stands all alone? That gold feels so heavy, that crown is a cage, a character you're playing on a temporary stage. Nah, I'm a warrior, born for the fight. Sharpen my sword in the black of the night. Every scar is a trophy, every win is my right. I'm the force that moves mountains, the blinding bright light. Strongest of mountains will crumble to sand. True power is knowing what you don't understand. It ain't in the clenching, the still point of silence, the still point of silence across the whole land. Listen, I am the answer, I am the way. Follow my words, hear the gospel I say. I got the vision, I'll brighten your day. Just give me your faith and I'll make you obey. Where do you go when the sermon is done? Are you chasing the moon or running from sun? What if there's nothing to prove, nothing that's won? Just the beat of this heart till the race has been run? The king, the monk. Two sides of the same coin, spinning in the void. Which one lands face up is my choice.
You don't wanna be alone, do you? I can feel it in your chest, how you hold, do you? You need connection, need to be seen. What's a life with no reflection in between? Who are you if nobody calls your name, if nobody meets you? Are you still the same? I can give you love, I can give you worth. Wrap you in the feeling, make it heaven on earth. All you gotta do is just to stay right here. Don't drift too far, don't disappear. I hear you, but love that depends is not love at all. And worth that can fade was never real to call. You offer me closeness with a threat of fear, but I am whole, whether you're here or not here. I don't need reflection to know what I am. I don't need a witness to follow a plan. Connection is natural when nothing is forced, but I won't trade truth just to not feel lost. Oh, but listen, you're drifting away, too independent. That's not how we stay. People will leave you if you don't hold tight, if you don't give pieces, if you don't invite. You gotta be softer, adjust who you are. Be what they need or you won't get far. Don't you want passion? Don't you want flame? Don't you want someone to whisper your name? You can't have that if you float like air. You gotta come down, you gotta care. You confuse attachment with something divine. You call it love, but it's tangled in time. I don't lose people, I release what's not true. What's real doesn't leave, it expands into view. I don't shape shift just to earn a place. I don't trade my being to be embraced. Passion is pure when it's free of demand, not something I chase or try to command. I can feel deeply and still remain whole. Love doesn't bind me, it frees my soul. But what about loneliness? When the room gets quiet and nobody's there. When you reach for a hand and just touch empty air. When the nights feel long and the silence is loud. Don't you miss being held in a comforting crowd? I'm just trying to keep you from feeling that pain, from sitting alone in the depth of your brain. Loneliness is not what it seems. It's a doorway back into being. You taught me to fear my own space, to search for myself in another's face. But silence is sacred, not something to fill. It's where I remember I already am still. There is no absence, only a thought that I could be lacking when I am not, and when I sit gently with all that I feel. The illusion dissolves and only love's real. So if I can't keep you, if I can't define you, what am I? You're a story I believed for a while, but I don't need to believe it anymore. I am not lacking, I am not alone. Love is not something I have to own. What I am is whole already.
I build the structure, I draw the lines. I give it direction, I define the time. Without me there's chaos, you drift, you dissolve. I'm the one with the answers, I'm here to resolve. You talking about flow, but flow don't lead. You need discipline, pressure, a plan to succeed. I take what I want, I command, I control. That's the only way anything reaches a goal. You soft with it, that don't survive. This world don't care if you feel alive. It's take or be taken, it's win or collapse. So step to the side, I don't deal in collapse.
You build your lines, but I am the space you push for control. I don't need to chase. You think that erection must come from force, but I move with a rhythm that needs no source. What you call chaos is life unbound. A deeper intelligence you haven't found. You grip so tight that you miss the stream. You're chasing the surface, I live the dream. Nothing I am needs to dominate. I align and everything resonates. Alignment.
Nah, that's luck disguised. You just sit back while the moment decides. I make it happen, I bend the will. I climb every mountain, I conquer the hill. You talk like surrender is some kind of strength. That's just giving up, going half the length. You can't build empires with letting it be. You need strategy, power, authority. You're too open, you break and you fold. This world gets cold and you ain't that bold.
You confuse surrender with losing your place, but surrender is trust in a deeper grace. You force outcomes, I allow what's true and what's meant to unfold always comes into view. You climb your mountains to prove you exist. I don't need proof, I already am in this. Empires fall, what you build will fade, but what flows through being can't be unmade. I'm not here to conquer or dominate land, I move at the whole, not against it, I stand.
So what, no effort, no drive, no aim. You just trust the flow and expect the game. That's weak, that's passive, that's losing control. That's watching life pass instead of taking the role. You'll end up with nothing, just empty hands. No mark, no legacy, no real plans. I leave impact, I carve my name. You just fade into some formless frame.
You seek to be remembered, I am what remains. You carve out a name, I dissolve all names. There is no nothing in empty hands. That's where fullness is finally understood and stands. You chase a mark so the world can see. I don't need a witness, I simply be. Effort arises when it's aligned and clear, not forced from fear. Not driven by fear, I move and I'm moved. I rest when I'm still, and life flows through me without needing will.
So if I can't control you, if I can't direct you, how do you move at all? I don't move. Life moves through me, and nothing needs to be controlled when nothing is out of place.
No fight, no need to make it right. What flows already knows.
The rhythm of a life. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Goes the clock.
I'm drowning in the noise of a world that won't shut up. Trying to find a sinus, drinking from an empty cup. They tell you chase the paper, stack it till it's tall enough. But every flaw I add just makes it fall for twice as rough.
Breathe in. The world keeps spinning. Breathe out. A new beginning. Just the rise and the fall.
I paint these pictures with my words on a concrete canvas, searching for the answer, second guessing all my chances. The city feels like a cage of ghosts, like romances, a fleeting glimpse of passion in a million tired glances.
Breathe in. The world keeps spinning. Breathe out. A new beginning. Just the rise and the fall.
What if I lose my footing? The ground is always there. And if the silence is empty, fill it with your own air. I feel it all so deeply. That is the gift you bear.
The rise and the fall. It's all just breath. The beat.